Good morning. So here we are again in Chewacla. We are starting hike number 7 in this series. Again, I am an ambassador for the Alabama State Parks. My home park is Chewacla State Park, located in Auburn, Alabama. We are going to be doing a couple of trails today. They're just basically shorter trails, and they lead into each other, and the way I've got it mapped out is it'll turn out to be a round trip back to the parking lot here. It is a beautiful day if you consider overcast, slightly foggy, and just a bit of a chill in the air, but you know, just about any day other than snow to me is a good day for getting out and doing some hiking. So let me show you on the map what we got planned. So this is a map that you can pick up whenever you enter the Chewacla State Park, right there at the guard shack. Just ask for it if they don't hand it to you. Anyways, this shows all the trails that are available in the park. And what's nice is they've got a very good list of trails. And then for accuracy, I find this, you know, pretty much very accurate. I've used some other trail maps that I've seen online. But anyways, just to let you know what we're going to be doing today, we're going to start right about here. I mean, we're at here at this little parking lot. We've got the pavilion over there. But anyways, we're going to cross Murphy Drive, and then we're going to start off on this blue trail right here, which is, let me see, 23. It is called the High Gravity. So again, these trails are multi-purpose. So a lot of these trails that are not just designated for hikers, they do have in places technicals along the area for the mountain bikers. So we're going to go ahead and take the High Gravity all the way down to here, and then we're going to branch off there on Trail 25, which is the Deer Rub Trail. Then we're going to take the Deer Rub Trail back up, catch on to Trail 26, which is the NORBA. I'm not sure what that stands for, but you're just going to be on there very shortly, because then we're going to get to 27, which is called Low Gravity. And from there, we're going to go ahead and take that trail all the way back up to our trailhead where we started with the High Gravity. So that will complete this trail for today, for hike number 7. I think we'll probably be able to finish this off with hike number 8, doing these trails around here. But anyways, as they say, onward and upward. So we're deep in our winter time here, and it started out with a pretty foggy morning, but it looks like a good portion of that has burned off. So I saw a few bikers on the trail as I started off, and there's a smell of maybe brush fire or somebody burning some brush. I love that smell of wood burning in the air when you're out on a hike. Reminds me of childhood, of the camping trips that we took to a place called Cave Lake in Ohio. But so the trail is pretty even. I mean, there's some up and downs with it, but it looks like it's going to be a good morning. Heard some chickens in the in the distance. So always keeping our fingers crossed if we should come across any wildlife. That's always a plus when you're on the trail. All right. Line taking us up, but it looks like it curves around and then goes right down into this little ridge valley. So yeah, looks like it's going to be a good one. Wonder if it's picking up if I hear a hawk off in the distance, crying, crying, crying. Maybe we'll meet him on the trail. I don't know if this is gonna do it any justice on camera, but so you can see the elevation that we have on this trail. I would say this side here where we are, it goes down all the way down into a depression in there. It must be about 40 to 50 feet down there. So yeah, we are definitely in the hillier portions of this park. So I don't know if you can see it very well via the camera, but that would be a pretty good tumble down the side of this, and we're still going up. So this has got quite the grade. It's a good trail to go on if you want to go ahead and do like a rock travel, because this has definitely got the ups and downs. Now a lot of the other trails that we've done, they've been pretty, level and mild, considering this trail. So I guess it gets its name pretty well. Yeah, up and up we go. So here is one of the breakout points right here. This goes down to the NORBRA, or the NORBA branch trail. Looks like that goes down into that little depression, but we're going to continue this way. I've come across a couple of technicals. So we've got some ramp walls going from here and then up to here. That's pretty substantial. I don't think I'm that brave to be on a bike and take those. And then off to the edge here and through the woods, I can see distant there's a I believe it's a rock quarry. I'm not sure what they're doing, but you can kind of see that through the trees. So when we come around to the Deer Rub Trail, that actually borders the park boundaries to where it just kind of skirts that, and then from the Deer Rub, of course, we will branch on through to the third trail, and we will make this round circle. Looks like a lot of the construction I thought it was up here where they're doing this convention center. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe I can find out what that is, and I'll put that in the underneath here to let you know what that is. But I'm coming up to the fenced part right now. So that's the fenced off area of where Murphy Drive does a loop. They've got that all closed off. They've had it closed off for a little more than a year so far as they're building this new building. So the construction I hear is actually from that quarry that's down there. So I don't know if we'll be able to see much of it, but I can kind of see it through the trees there off in the distance. Be curious to find out what they actually are doing with that. But I believe it's been in operation for many, many, many years. Onward and upward. We're still climbing. So we stopped here at this old man's overlook. So there's a couple of parking spots here, but of course they're not available to park in right now because they've got down the road there, they have the gate for this is closed off, and they're building this building up over here as Murphy Drive. It basically is one way, and it does a big loop around here, and then it continues on this way. So as you can see, that quarry is not that far away, you know, as far as it looks like where the boundaries of the park is. But so taken from the boundaries there, and the park just continues so far this way, and it's just the amount of trails that they have here that will pretty much give you any kind of experience you want as far as a hiker. Again, if you're hiking, if you're making a ruck out of it, if you're just a biker that just wants to take the e-bike through here, or you're a mountain biker that wants to try to do these trails at between 20 and 100 miles an hour, it seems like I've seen some of them do. They have everything you could possibly want here. Yeah. Onward and upward. Pretty soon we'll be coming to the Deer Rub Trail. So as you can see, this is what they've been building at the top loop of Murphy Drive. It'll be very interesting to see when this is open and what this brings additionally to the park. Now that's the view. Think off in the distance there, way distance, that's, I believe, the Auburn water tower. So I think I'm going to stop here and have a bite of lunch. But it's nice that they have, there's a picnic table up there. There's 2 more picnic tables over there. So this is a nice little overlook. And down there I can hear a lot of water. So I don't know if it's just a creek. I'll find out what name of the creek is there, and I'll post it here. And it sounds like it's got a good running bit of water, so hopefully deer rub will bring us down there. But man, this is overcast, but it's a beautiful day. Yeah, I haven't been out here on a bad day, even when I did a little hike and it started raining on me. When you just come prepared, you can still make a good day of it. Yeah, so I'm gonna grab a bite to here, right here, and we're very close to starting the deer rub trail, and we'll continue on from there. So eat some lunch and then onward and upward. I just got back onto the trail, and I noticed that amongst all these picnic tables that they have up here, I saw a spigot here, and the water is running. So that is a nice little perk to have here on the trail, is that if you need to fill up a water bottle, you've got your dog, and give him a little drink, there is water there. So that is pretty nice. Okay, so here we go. We have just completed the stretch of high gravity, and now we are on the deer rub trail, and it goes all the way down there, and it looks like we might see a corner of Chewacla Lake, and it looks like the deer rub trail follows Chewacla Creek. Moore's Creek, Moore's Mill Creek kind of comes off the lake, and then it looks like it just connects into Chewacla, Moore's Mill Creek comes off of Chewacla Lake, and then kind of meets into Chewacla Creek, and we should be following that, and I'll keep my flippers crossed that we get some good photographic opportunities there that we can take advantage of. So anyways, onward and upward. I'd like to add a footnote here about these recordings that I've been making of Chewacla State Park. These documented trails that I've done are not doing them, foot by foot. There are several offshoots that these trails have. Of course, most of the trails are multi-use, and a lot of them have a lot of switchbacks, and within those switchbacks there are straight trails that you can take some of those loops that you continuously do on some of the trails, like the CCC trail, to shorten those out. I did not do that on the CCC trail, but on some of the others, like for instance this trail here, with the trail that we just completed getting onto the deer rub trail, there's another offshoot that is right up here, and that is actually a little extension, I guess, of the rock bottom trail. So these trails are, obviously going to be a little bit longer than the recordings that I'm making, but I'm just trying to get the meat and potatoes of all these trails to give you an idea of what you can expect to see within the park itself. So yeah, whether you want short trails or you want to take the complete long trails, you have the option. All right. So it looks like the deer rub trail takes us right down to Chewacla Falls. You can see a bit of the lake there, and then there is the falls. So we're going to go ahead and take this, and I believe this will turn to the left, and we'll continue on with the Deer Rub Trail. So there you go. To get from the falls to the ongoing of the Deer Rub Trail, it is very rocky. So if you take this path, you know, just be very careful and watch your step. So, the Deer Rub following the Chewacla Creek. The Chewacla Creek must be the property divider for the park, and then the rock mill, or whatever they've got over there. So basically, we've got Chewacla Creek, and then you got a chain link fence that is the property line, I guess, for the rock mill. So this is a very peaceful walk, other than, you know, the noise of the excavators and everything else they've got over there in the quarry. It's pretty quiet. I've been the only one on it. It could be just today, or maybe this is just one of those less used trails. Just keep my eyes open for anything that would show up. I got some good shots of the Chewacla waterfall from a different angle than I've taken them in the past. So that was right along Moore's Mill Creek before it joined up with Chewacla Creek. So here I've come to a fork in the path. So this way looks like it leads up, and I believe this way is the Deer Rub Trail. So that's what I'm going to take, and I'll consult my app and then see if I'm still on trail, and if not, then I'll backtrack and take this other trail. Onward and upward. Okay, the app says continue on the Deer Rub Trail this way, so this is where we're going. Maybe it's break time or quitting time, or maybe shift change, but all the machinery noises got quiet. I don't hear a bird chirping or anything. Very quiet. Some very muffled sounds in the distance, that it. Now this is quite nice. Quite nice. So this has been pretty flat as it's following Chewacla Creek, but through the trees here, it just basically goes way up. So that's where high gravity was. I hear some water flowing somewhere up here. Maybe that'll provide us with another photo op. But yeah, it's been flat going so far. I don't complain about the flats. As I mentioned before, there are, you know, some areas on the trails where like a branch takes off of the trail to connect to another trail. This is a good example of that. So going straight here will keep us on the deer rub trail, but then taking this, which it just goes up and up and up, that brings you back to high gravity. If you want to go ahead and meet back on that trail and then that brings us right back to the parking lot. But we're going to continue on with the deer rub trail, and then that will bring us back up to the parking lot. Onward and upward. So on this trail here, we're following a fence line, and I was just rounding this little corner on the fence line, and it looks like we spooked a deer. He flashed, or she flashed her white cottontail up and took off into the woods. Yeah, maybe we'll get closer and we'll be able to get some deer photos. Walk a little careful. So the deer was right up through there. So maybe it didn't run very far. We'll just be quiet and walk up to it and see what we can get. Okay, so I stopped and took a look at the Chewacla map and then my AllTrails app, comparing them because I'm trying to find the trailhead for the low gravity trail, and I see it on the map, but then I don't see the trailhead for it on my app, because my app basically has, we continue that way, we're on the deer rub trail, but then we head this way, we're on that NORBRA little cutoff, which will bring us to the deer rub trail that way. So as far as the low gravity trail, for the life of me, I just can't find it. So I'm going to go ahead and take the NORBRA trailhead here and bring that back into the deer rub. That will cut off a little bit of that because it's starting to get a little dark, and I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get back to our initial trailhead and call this a day. So from there, onward and upward. So in a short bit here, this NORBRA trail will meet back up with the Deer Rub Trail, and then we will finish out the Deer Run Trail going right back into our trailhead. So looks like, and I can hear the traffic now, so I know we're getting close to Murphy Road. So yeah, onward and upward. Okay, it looks like coming up to a major technical. So what I can see from this one, it's got 3 ramps. So 2 smaller ones that they jump clear across the path here. And they've got one that goes up over the path, very narrow. And then you jump from that. It's pretty awesome. All right, I can see the parking lot from here. So off the NORBRA and back onto the Deer Rub, and this will bring us right back to where we can go again on the High Pass Trail, or there's actually again another branch for Rock Bottom. But there's another little one just below the parking lot here, where we would start at the high gravity, and it's called the Tiger Woods. Why it gets that name, I don't know, but there you go, Tiger Woods Extension. So maybe we'll do that on the next hike, just see where that goes. But for now, we are back at our trailhead. So this will complete hike number 7. We did the high gravity to the Deer Rub to the NORBRA. I did try searching for the low gravity, but I think I could not find any signage for it. My app didn't have it on there. I don't know how old the Chewacla map is, but anyways, we went ahead and took the NORBRA trail back to where it looped into the Deer Rub Trail, and here we are finishing up with this hike. So as always, thank you very much for coming along with me. I hope you have been enjoying these videos. If you happen to be in the Auburn, Alabama area, please give Chewacla State Park a visit. There is so much to do pretty much all year round. I highly recommend it on any kind of trip that you'll be making here. If you're a local, you know, maybe you don't use it enough, maybe you know all about it, but you know, hopefully that even watching this, you're able to glean some information about the trails from this. So I hope it's helpful to everybody. And again, thank you very much, and we'll see you on the next one.